think I'm live. So, today we are going to grab my guitar like this. And I should actually talk to the camera, to you. Today we're gonna cover Periphery's Graveless. Actually, we're gonna learn it. I memorized the notes, but the issue is that not all the articulation are correct, and I need to be faster, and I'm gonna give some important points. I'm not quite sure, not everyone looks for covering Graveless, but still I think this specific point applies in every single song, and whoever you are and whatever you are covering or playing, it's really important to take some of those things that I will mention to account. So I'm gonna grab my headphone because unfortunately I still couldn't fix my issues with the microphone and the guitar, and if I play with the monitors there will be some feedback of sorts, and we don't want that, right? And I'm gonna mute myself while playing. I'm gonna play some things, I mean the solo, and anytime I have something to say I will turn on the mic, or if there's any question I will stop playing. I will give the knowledge, insight, answer, whatever you call, to you. So let's start. First of all, we're gonna start with the tab, but actually I shouldn't open it from here because I'm not actually, let's F it, close all of these guitars. This is the one we need. We can also turn the other guys a little bit lower, and also guitar 5. So Misha solo is the guitar here. When I was playing this for the first time, I realized a couple of things, and I'm going to mention them, and hopefully it's gonna help you if you decide to cover this solo, in the future, or I don't know, tomorrow. Totally up to you. I'm taking things slow because I am kind of exhausted a lot, and I'm giving some time after work. Most of the time, after work when I have some time, I ate, I'm okay, I can practice guitar. I just start the stream. This is how it's working right now, and after I feel good with what I'm doing, if I need to record, I'll just stop streaming. I'm gonna record, and probably there will be another stream about how am I doing the mixing in the covers, because I mix the covers. So I will continue. For some newbie friends, I should mention this application. This is Riff Station. This is an audio slow downer. Basically it slows the audio down, but even though there are so many alternatives to this, I stick the OG, and the issue is that this guy is not developed anymore. The company Fender bought them, and after that maybe something happened, about financial stuff, or in the development team they just stopped supporting it. Then it became fully free, but the website is down, so you need to find it. You need to find your way to get this in the internet, and it's not piracy, by the way. Anyways, So actually it should be here. So we're gonna play this solo section. If you're not familiar, I'm gonna play it for once, just the solo part. The last bend is crazy. So this is my lead tone. I haven't changed anything yet. This is not good. I thought I did. Interesting. So what we're gonna do, I remember that what I need to do. I'm gonna drop the gain a little bit, increase the presence and treble a little bit, and I'm gonna touch the depth yet. Okay, that was the only change I did from the last session. Interesting. So what we're gonna do is, I should also show you this. I downloaded the track and I put it there. Normally I mark it like this. You know, this area. The song is 99 BPM and you can say it's 100. You're gonna ask why, because I'm not trying to pinpoint everything here. I will just use it to put the markers. I'm not using the metronome while I'm covering. So we're gonna call this solo start, and for my sake I'll go one measure back and I'm gonna say rec S, which is the record start, and solo ends here. Yeah, I mean actually it ends here, but it's okay for me to put the measure here, solo end, and around here I will finish the video record. So this is our area. When I manage to play this without any issues, I will create a cycle and record like this. So, but we have nothing here, right? Let me check again. Yeah, we don't have any sound ID stuff. We have only one tuner, which is in the wrong place, and we have the guitar tone. We are using archetype nully, but I'm not quite sure it's going to be the last tone. But for the sake of the stream, I can also bypass this thing. So let's start with the most important thing. And if you're here, please say it. Say hi. Say how are you. Say Periphery is a good band. Say you're playing Periphery really good. Just say something. I think we're in tune. So I'm gonna, by the way, I'm gonna do this cover stuff for 1.5 hours. This is my cap because I realized when I start I don't stop, so just for my sake, I'm gonna also give you some extra information because I also watched how Misha plays live. That's an important point because unfortunately the company, it happens, they do their best work. I have no doubt of that, but the whole solo section is correct, and one section which is the, I'm not gonna say it's shredding, it's just a legato run, this area. Normally you need to jump from here to here, but because of how they write this, how they tabbed it out, there's a problem, and Misha doesn't play like this. And normally it's okay. I just want to talk about it before playing it, because I will try to demonstrate. As you can see, I'm gonna play it from here slowly. Let's start. Then, what was it? My hand, my index finger, naturally goes for this position, and from here it's not so likely for me to go to the 7, 9, 12 run. So I suspect that they tabbed it out wrong, and that was actually the case. And how Misha plays is something like this. I mean, it's actually very easily figure outable. As you may well know, the 12th fret 4th string is equal to 7th fret in the G string. So instead of, what you can do is, and even though it's easy, imagine that a beginner, or probably beginner doesn't play Graveless solo, but anyway, someone who has full trust to this process gets this tab book and starts to figure it out how the solo is played. It's not possible. Of course it's possible. There's nothing impossible about, you know, this. Sorry. Was like this? Sorry. But the issue is, if you don't know, you can try to, you know, make it fully the same with all the notes and positions, and it's not so good, I should say. Selam. Hoş geldin. Ya, ışıklardan dolayı biraz. I was trying to explain why I'm looking so bright. It's because of the how's it called? What was this? Stage light, studio light? Yeah, studio lights. Yeah, I'll go back to the explanation. If you bought something and it's said to be, you know, 100% correct in a tab book or something. By the way, whoa, that's interesting. I thought I show you the screen capture. There must be an issue because, yeah, I'm not quite sure you were seeing the tab, but you definitely do it now. Shit. I'm really sorry. Kullanabilirsin. Vereyim buradan. So I only hope that you were seeing the tabs, but if you don't, I try to explain again. The issue is that in this run there's a problem, and it's that jumping from this 11 by playing these notes to go here is not so possible. But if you do something like this, the way it's played in there, it's something like this. My index is naturally going there, but it's supposed to be your small little finger otherwise you cannot do this. And in order to do this, what you need to do is this is also not possible, we know, because it's a very small amount, it's a very big movement for little time. So I watched all the Misha's live Graveless videos from 2015, from 2016, 17 or something like that. So what I found is he's playing it like this. So instead of playing this 12 in the D string, we play 7. Yes, and this is the correct version. And the issue is, you know, she publishing, they probably will say that it's 100% correct. And by the note, it is the exact same note, but it's not the same timbre. Plus, the position is extremely uncomfortable to play this. So, I memorized the notes a little bit, and I will try to remember them by playing slowly. Yesterday, I was in a Metallica concert, so I'm a little bit in rough shape, but I still need to practice this, otherwise I'm just kind of lost in it. And for this reason, I am starting to practice now. And if you have any questions, please ask your questions. I covered 17 or 18 periphery covers so far. Periphery solos so far. I probably know how Misha, Mark, and Jake plays. Not so much that I can play exactly the same thing. And my neighbor is drilling right now, so beautiful. Until they stop, I will start playing a little bit, so you're not gonna get bored. I'm muting myself and I will start playing, okay? We got a comment for coffee is the best friend for the guitarist. Yeah, that is 100% correct. But the issue is I'm drinking like a Turkish. Normally I have this coffee cups, and unfortunately they're all in the dishwasher right now. So it's supposed to be a teacup, and it's definitely not for coffee. But it looks weird. But I had no choice. And I realized, by the way, jumping for the fast run is not the easiest thing. Yeah. That area that area is a little bit rough. By the way, yeah, this is not Turkish tea. This is regular Americano. It's not even an Americano. I don't know what it's called. In Germany, there's a term called coffee cream, and it's basically using a regular espresso method with the espresso machine, but continuously adding the, what was it called? Continuously adding water with the exact same pressure, and probably it's done for getting that extra flavor from the coffee. So that's coffee cream. One more comment from Dylan Edwards. I'm trying to learn all the materials by Periphery, and I hate my life. Haha, yeah. I um I will also learn that for a collaboration project, and it's definitely an interesting one. I should definitely work on it. Probably, yeah. I know why you hate your life. Um, I think it's the section where you need to use both the open strings and the muted technique, and it's never gonna be as clean as they do in the studio. Just continue to practice, man, because that's the riff goes, and if it's the whole song, because right now I'm doing this solo thing. I think there's a total 44 Periphery solos. I might be wrong. Probably I'm wrong. And I am obsessed with the solos at the moment. So I also need to learn the all new material solos. Actually, there's only one, right? So yeah, that's the list. Right now, everything you see here is covered. There are some bonus ones. They don't count. And in here, you also have the order. Actually, it's not the order, but anyway. And I said, as you can see, it's maybe. So yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. And if you do it, just send it to me. So I would really like to check it out. Absolute load, Michelle Marker, insane. Yeah, dude, it's a big one. And as I understand, you're some P1, P2 person, so that's actually great because old ones are definitely OG. Scarlet is the same. Mark is killing me. Mark every single time with every single solo killing me. I played Reptile countless times, maybe 1,000. And I played The Price Is Wrong, I don't know, 300-400, and the issue is it's never the same as how Mark does it. It's so clean. So I will shut up, and I shouldn't shut up now. I should explain. I will try to practice a little bit more. I forgot to tell you that I'm using the neck pickup, and it's normally always on the bridge with every single solo. I never did it different, even with It's Only Smiles. I think it was in a different position, but I did some tonal change. Instead of changing my pickup, I made the tone a little bit weaker in the high end, and I think it worked. For this one, is fully neck pickup, and Misha only changes in the last band. Whoops. Something like this. I know you also hear the guitar acoustically. That's why I'm muting the mic most of the time. So I'm gonna mute myself. There's one more comment, by the way. Thanks. It's gonna take a while to get it down perfectly, but I'm getting there. I trust you. And with Periphery stuff, the good thing is whenever I check their interviews, they always say that we are composing stuff that we cannot play, and we learn it. I mean, this is the best thing, and if they learn their own riffs, why shouldn't you? So that's the most important thing, in my opinion. So I'm muting the mic. I will try to get it down. I hope it's not gonna be boring for you, because no one normally shares their practice routines and practice stuff in a live stream. So yeah, you can give me some opinions of yours if you see something that I play wrong. I doubt it because I already covered a lot of solos, but anything is useful. So let's do it. And if you have any questions, again, just drop it down there. I can see it. Before watching Misha's covers, Misha's live solo moments in YouTube, I was practicing the tab way, which is the wrong way. Oh, by the way, people in a stream, this is a wrong note. I mean, this is the right note because I put it there. It was, whoa, where am I? Okay, that's the correct place. Yeah. This is completely wrong because Misha doesn't play it like this, and it was like this in the live situation, and it's completely the right one. But again, there are two things. One, I know She Happens Publishing do their best for this. No worries. Yeah, forgiven. But if you wanna play something 100%, check how they play it live, because then gotta suck it in purpose in in many people, in front of many people. And it would be really nice for you to check it out how the fingering and positions are there, because for example in Mark solos there's always this issue when you check the tab. Even if it's 100% correct, you don't understand it. But when you check the guy, you realize that there's an arpeggio and he uses chord fingerings, and there are always thousands of slides, and he's using, I don't know, maybe the middle finger, maybe the ring finger for starting the slide. Then he creates that arpeggio. I'm not gonna say arpeggio there, the chord bass stuff in there. But since he's playing them one by one, you don't understand, and you create the shape in your mind only after when you play it. So 100% check all the stuff, all the live stuff. Before that, I was playing the Bad Thing solo, and in the Bad Thing solo with the tabs from, again, sheet happens. I mean, I'm not saying to blame them, by the way. 100%, it's not the issue. This is 96% correct. So I don't have any issue with this. So when Mark plays it, there is a different fingering, because when you read it, there's nothing going on. You can just put your ring finger, but there is another position you need to lock, and that position is much better if you have decided to do the slide with your ring finger. Sorry, the small little finger. That kind of stuff helps a ton. And of course, there are certain moments. One example, when I was covering Prisoner by Novelists, in the solo section, again, there was an arpeggio played with sweep picking, and since Florestan has a big hand, he's a big guy with big hands, he can do it with ease, even if the guitar is in the regular playing position. When I play it like this, I can hardly reach that 5 to 10. Yeah, it's 5 to 10 region, like this. And it's unmanageable for me. So for that reason, I did a slide to the 5th fret. This is how I did it. But I know certain things, even if it's 100% correct, it's not going to be suitable for your hand position. Then you can change it to your taste. But there are things that should be manageable, because I know the guys are not virtuosos, but they're amazing players with amazing compositions. And when I play them, play the solos like the way intended, and when you cover it that way, it's gonna be much easier. So I'm explaining this to make your life easier when you're gonna play some periphery stuff. We have some comments. So I'm gonna also translate the Turkish ones, because my Turkish friends commented and they're valuable, and for that reason I'm gonna make it a little bit universal. So in Turkish it goes like this. Hep daha iyi nasıl çalabilir mi bulmak gerçekten zor. Lamb of God and Purified parçasını haftalardır hatası çalmaya çalışıyorum ama kayıt bile hatalı. Yazan adam bile çalamamış. So in translation, so it's really hard to find how to play better for covers and stuff. And my friend Yusuf was covering Purified by Lamb of God, and he is covering it. He's trying to cover it without any mistakes. But even the OG guy, the guy who wrote it, cannot play that way. So in that case, by the way, it's okay. Misha says, he cannot play his own stuff some of the time. I mean, that requires great practice. So I think it's 100% okay. And cover does not have to be 100%. It doesn't have to be 100%. It's I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but you have to give yourself some space. If the bend is done like this, and your guitar or your hands or your musicality does not allow that, you can't just do this. It's a little bit different, still on the key, and it works. So I'm not gonna sweat it when it comes to that. So one more comment. Any advice on how to get as similar to their guitar tones as possible? I've been messing around with my amp and I think I found something close, but it's still off. Okay, for that reason I'm doing something. It's not gonna be helpful to you, Dylan, but I really like to brag about this, so I hope you forgive me. So this is my website, and if you're using any of these neural DSP products, if you go to the preset section, for every single cover I made, you will find my tones. And just for randomly picking this one, Absalom, one of my favorites, you have the solo, so you can see how to play it, and I put here all the information. Used archetype nully. If you have it, you can use it. No IR needed. That's a good information. I always create the tones without the IR. It's a little bit harder than do it with some IR stuff like GGDs, IR packs, and I have the Kali oversized, and I'm trying to make it without the IRs just because I want these things to be reachable. And it is good to check their products. And I should also show this one. It's not here. Just an example. Maybe it's not a good one, maybe it's not for you, but I know you're doing an alt cover, and there is a pedal called Dr. Drive, and if you use it, let me load it. This pedal is from Audiority, and it's a free plugin. It is the captured model of the Precision Drive from Horizon devices, and I'm sure Misha uses this thing, in an analog version, every single time for every single demo. So if you need something like this to create your tonal endeavors, definitely check this thing out. If you're using only analog stuff, I think you can use 3 different pedals to get what this thing does. So you definitely need a really nice gate. You need a compression. High likely it could be a multibus, but I'm not quite sure if there's a pedal for that, so a standard compression pedal would be good enough. And a tube screamer. So if you combine these stuff, and maybe an EQ pedal as well, because there's this bright section and you can bright the tones a little bit up with this. And in context, I have to I'm by the way using archetype nully at the moment. I changed a couple of stuff, and it's actually time to name this thing. I'm gonna change everything, I'm sure of it, but anyways, it's gonna be Graveless solo. So we're not gonna use that, of course. We're gonna use a rhythm tone. I'm just gonna give you a quick A/B before I get back to the tonal stuff. Again, if you're using an analog stuff, I don't have too much advice, because I always used digital gear. I never backed from it, and I really like it. It's it goes everywhere with me, and it's reliable, and I think it's very good. So if you need something with analog, definitely check the old posts. I mean, very old posts from Misha and the Periphery Facebook group or the Instagram group. Instagram channel. If you can go way back, I think you can find some information about what they used, and you can acquire the same gear, which is expensive. Just don't do that right away. Instead, you can understand what kind of tone they were chasing for, and maybe you can get some raw samples, and you can just dive into that. It's much easier to do it that way. I have a couple of stages for getting these tones, and one of them is checking the documentaries. So far, I had the documentaries, and I still have documentaries because I'm covering Periphery Juggernaut. But after that, when I start to do it with Periphery 2 and Periphery 1, I will also go back to the old posts. I will check all the amps used. Amp and cab is the most important thing. I can even just ditch this and get another guitar, and if it's set up well and it's the intonation is good enough, I can just do the cover. But the cab and amp gives all the characteristics that you need from this particular tone, or any tone in the studio actually. So that would be my suggestion. Definitely something with V30s in the cab, because that's how they work, probably on all stuff. And after that, check which amp they were using. In the P1 times they had no sponsorships or whatever, so probably they were using something like, I don't know, a 5150 maybe. And for that reason, just an example, Gojira would be a great choice to get some all the material stone. I hope that helps. I'm gonna give you a very quick demonstration about this free plugin. I'm sure it's gonna help, and I'm gonna give it with chugs because what do you can't play? Wait. What do you can't play blues, dude? I cannot play blues. I can only play this thing. Sorry, now bridge, and I need to stop the mic. So I'm gonna do just for chug stuff. Sorry, just check stuff. I should actually not the gritty. I'm gonna give the full tone. No. Sorry, not the full tone. I'm gonna put the attack to A5. I'm gonna give a little bit of brightness. I'm not gonna touch the level. So I'm gonna give you a couple of chugs. I will also use that secret weapon, which is this one. Now I'm not using the pedal, and I will enable it, and I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna play only chugs and stuff. Now it is enabled, and you're gonna hear the enabled one. I think it's a really nice plugin. It gives all the details that I need in the high end, and it compresses the low end such that my chugs are even, and it's not like I'm gonna explain it in another video, probably in another live stream stuff, maybe after I cover Graveless. I'm gonna do another live stream with another project, and I'm gonna give all the examples, so please subscribe and please turn on notification bell. But let's continue. There's also this boominess when you do the chuck. It gives some extra low end, and it's really important to tame that. For that, we are using multibus compression in the area of 100 hertz, maybe a little bit more, like 120. And it's really important to have that, and that's why precision drive is really important, because if you're using an analog setup and if you have this, particular gear, you can tame it without using any extra compression, because regular compression, it's compressing all the sound, as you could imagine, but this one is focusing on low ends. Why? Because it's Misha's company. Why? Because it's a Gent company. Yeah, for these kind of reasons, this plugin, and definitely this this gear and this free plugin is really important. So this attack is allowing or compressing depending on the setting, and you can set it up to your taste. One last thing, I'm gonna give you a live, sorry, not live, some song, certain song actually, where I use this wonderful piece of gear. I'm gonna drop 2 songs for you if you want to check it out, and I think in order to click this and still continue to watch the live stream, you should be able to do it in the web, otherwise just stop. The other song is this one, and sorry, not this one, my bad, and this one, and these 2 songs where I used this particular gear, and you will realize that there's not much low end in my guitar, yet it is tamed beautifully, especially the gallops in the cow genesis is giving the giving the tone of this wonderful plugin, hence the gear. So as I understand, there is no more messages, so I will continue to cover this thing, actually learn this thing. So let's go. I'm gonna mute myself, drink some coffee, and continue, okay? I want to mention one more thing, but there is actually a comment. Thanks for the advice. I'm an analog guy, lol. So the advice on the pedals is super helpful. I'm happy to help. And again, even for the, I mean, maybe if you also give some information about what kind of amp you're using, what kind of pedals do you have, it would be really nice for us to understand the chain. Even if I cannot help because I'm a digital-ish guy, some other friend in the chat can help. Ah, okay, there's another comment. Thanks for the help. I am off to put myself through more pain trying to learn this damn song. Okay, man. See ya. See ya, Dylan Edwards. Sorry, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, Dylan is just man. Yeah, okay. See ya, Dylan. Sorry, after work I'm always like this. There's a certain brain fog is refusing to leave without more coffee. So the issue is when I'm playing this thing, this legato run sorry, this thing, see ya, this thing is a little bit pain because my small tiny hands can go this far, but after that going this very small hammer on and pull off is not as easy as it seems. So and of course after that I can land this middle finger. Otherwise what I should do is using my little finger. With my little finger I have to move everything one string down like this. And it's not ideal. So in order to make it ideal, I thought this very small slide so I will have enough time to do this small bend with my two fingers. And which fingers are they? Yeah, these are my most powerful fingers. So considering that, after a small slide, it's a little bit better. And of course, if we check the notation, by the way, if you cannot see the notation, just let me know, because I'm not putting that just for the sake of it. Maybe we can do it 200 and it will be a little bit better, I assume. And the issue is I'm using this OBS stuff, and even though it's user friendly and I can really send the tone, I cannot cut the screens. So I would really cut it in a way that you see only this tab section, but sorry, I just cannot do it right now. And Streamlabs is not allowing me to send the guitar tone and all the other stuff to the YouTube, so I'm still looking for something that may help me. So the issue is the run itself is without the slide. So there are 4 triplets. This one is the easy start. Then we have the stupid one. Then 11, 9, 12, which is fair enough. Enough. And the last one, which is the actually just this 9 to 11, that's more than fine. But if you put that 12 here, it's not good. I think that's the A note, and when I do this, what can I do actually? I can try this. I never thought of it before. This is actually better. I think I should practice with this a little bit. Let's try it. I never thought of it, because as you can see there's no slide, and I don't want to put a sound that is not there unless I have to because of my physiology. But yeah, let's try it. By the way, I never ever check the chat. If there's anyone, say hi. I'm gonna mute myself and continue. By the way, one more thing. The song is in the I'm gonna say periphery tuning. It's much easier to explain. This is supposed to be A, and the other stuff is standard D. But I kept the low one C, like in the drop C. So I'm still playing with drop C stuff. Again, I am learning the solo, not the whole song. So, and in the solo, the low string is not used. So for this reason, what I do is just not touch the tuning that I have. This is my drop C guitar, by the way. It looks amazing. Beautiful Mark Holcomb SE Blue Burst with Scarlet and Scorch. Yeah, Scarlet and Scorch in it. So, by the way, this is another reason that I am not thinking too much about guitar when I'm doing the tone stuff, because unlike any other band, Periphery guys are too chill, and even though they're using the same guitars, their specs are quite similar, and high likely when they are working on their stuff, their solos, they're using one certain guitar that will high likely match to the guitar, sorry, to the solo, and of course the player, because this one says Misha solo, right? It's not probably Misha solo. Maybe since this is the Juggernauts, it might be, but recently in the last 2 or 3 albums, they're always talking about how they really love each other and how they're supportive to each other, and also they always think about and focus on the solo rather than the player. So it's not like when Jake is playing, only Jake will record this track. Sorry, this solo. And this means when I'm covering something, I honestly don't think about the guitar. Hello, Chinas. Welcome. I hope that's the right pronunciation. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Chinas. But I'm well. That's my important pick, so I have to pick it up. What? Damn. Okay. It's not so magical anymore because I have the old version. I cannot take that. It's gonna be cumbersome. You're with your guitar? Play something with me, bro. Chinas, not Chinas. Yeah, okay. Yeah, of course. Chinas. Yeah, let's play something. You play the riff. I also don't know the riff. Let's check the riff behind it. It's chill. It's just chill stuff. I hope you can play this, Chinas, because we are focusing on Graveless by Periphery at the moment. So I expect you to play this if you want to play it with me. So, what was I talking about? Yeah, the guitar choice. Yeah. At the moment, I'm wondering how many of you guys are subscribers, but in case you're not, I will try to show you without putting this off my guitars. Oh yeah, we have a custom 24 with us. I'm going to explain them, by the way, in another video, so don't worry. I have another Holcomb. Since I'm a PRS artist, this is my responsibility to have all the Mark Holcomb guitars. I'm joking. And recently I acquired a brand new wonderful Pliny Standy, and I'm still exploring it, so I'm gonna put it there again. um, why I showed these guitars is to say that I have no shortages in terms of guitar. I can just put a different gauge strings on it, and I managed to get the exact same tuning that I need with the correct intonation because I know how to set up. And the issue with the guitar, as long as it's 20-inch fretboard radius, it has the OG pickups. I don't care too much about them, but anyways, when I'm gonna play a Jake, when I'm gonna play Jake's covers, for example, with It's Only Smiles, I did it with my custom 24 just because it was in a standard tuning and nothing else. Because specs in my guitars, except custom 24, it's quite similar, and all the Periphery guys are using similar stuff, except different pickups, but beside that, it's more or less the same. So just for that reason, and I know that they're always playing each other's guitar, like Misha plays PRS or Jake plays the Jackson, so I really don't care. And tone stuff is coming. I'm not gonna say 100% because that's a lie, but I'm gonna say 90% if it's okay for you. From the amp and the cab, because it's the last chain in the EQ, especially the cab. So as long as we are in the context, we are using the right stuff, and we are comfortable with the tone, it's 100% okay for us to continue to the solo. That was an important point because there's actually a reason that I choose this guitar for this one, and it's the tuning, nothing else. Yeah. Woo. It's this is my third live stream, so explanations a little bit, it's getting harder with the brain fog that I have. Put something and give me some space to grow. Yeah, I will. I mean, that kind of stuff would be really nice if I really learn how to do a proper live stream, especially with the guests. I only have an Epiphone Les Paul, which is a really nice thing, and love Slash. You gotta love a Slash, not the Slash, but you gotta love Slash. Yeah, I mean, personally, just personally, even though I really like Slash, I have a thing against the Les Paul shape, but it's totally up to me. It's 100% my problem, because the whole design, it looks a little bit older, and considering I'm a PRS guy, I'm always in the middle with the Strat stuff and the Les Paul. Yeah, I can say Les Paul, right? Les Paul stuff. And it's actually a real nice guitar. I mean, it has a full of sound, real nice resonation. I mean, it's just the design, and people just work on it. And I always wanted to get an Epiphone Les Paul before. There's this Ultra something tree. Ultra something, I don't know what it is, tree model. Like 10 years ago, I wanted it so bad, but I couldn't get it for budget reasons. But I couldn't get it, and I moved on. And I'm actually really happy with it because I got my first PRS back then, like 7-8 years ago. The Mark Tremonti signature, which is one of my inspirations, not the guitar but the person. And for that reason, I'm actually really happy how it turned out. And one thing to another, I changed a lot of guitars, and right now I have a couple stuff. I'm really grateful that I have these things, and I am doing my best to give my best to the instruments. So yeah, true. It's different guitar. I have a friend play that. You have a friend? There is this very small icon that covers the messages. I have a friend. I play that. How about PS2? Yeah, and PS is everywhere, and they're getting more and more affordable. So I would ask you all to get to the recent, sorry, not recent, your local store, and definitely try them out. So this is where I continue to play. I'm also giving some time to myself to have a nice chat with you and think about the solo behind. The last thing I did was to continue to the run and change the fingering, which I think helped a little. You can comment it if it's okay for you to, what you hear. I think that was good. Otherwise, I'm gonna use the pinky, so I have to move all my fingers, definitely out of the case, or I'm gonna add some slide. This is much better. So let's continue. I'm gonna mute my mic so you don't have to play this thing acoustically, and yeah, continue. I'm happy right now. From start to finish, I managed to play it. Of course, there are some certain things that I need to care about, but yeah, it's a good one. I'm gonna play a couple times more so I can understand if it's the right movement. I want to talk about some of the things that I found with the solo. But after that, after I play. So, muting again. I'm gonna update the tone a little bit and continue after that. Some comments, so I have to check. I can, sorry, not this one. Wish there was something to play with you. I mean, it's gotta be live, man, most of the time. I know Discord or some stuff, that would be really nice. I don't have a community because I'm too small to have a community. That's the most important thing. And when I was giving some lessons, I realized it's not possible to have this synchronized work, synchronized play. So I'm not quite sure about that, but I would really, really like if I see you playing. And I can see you good at this. Thank you so much for thinking that. You have little jazz stuff in there. I'm bluesy. I mean, this is not my thing. This is completely um, Misha's solo, and Misha always does this thing. In certain songs, this is progressive metal, right? This is progressive metalcore. This is gent, and for things like this, there's always fusion and jazz elements included, especially with guitarists that knows what they do. In case of Misha, he has an amazing ear and he can identify if something is in the key, it's good for the song, it's good for the improvisation and things like that. But as far as I understand, he has no idea about the theory. So he uses chromaticism. I don't know how it's pronounced, chromatism or chromaticism. I'm not quite sure. A lot. So all those chromatic stuff is actually coming from there, and it sounds a little bit jazzy. I mean, probably jazz guys would be very mad if I say chromatics is jazzy, but to my ears, it's a little bit like that, and you picked up the exact same way. So interesting. And yeah, I mean, in my case, I'm learning theory at the moment, so it's a big, long journey, and I will also include that into my stream, into my live streams, where I just do some noodling. For example, no, a couple days ago, I was just, working on the Lydian. Whoops, sorry. And I was trying to do some improvisation work over a certain note. Just this one, for example. This note is playing all the time, and I'm trying to do some improvisation over it. Sorry. Something like that. I messed it up in impro, but you got me just now. So yeah, I'm actually learning the theory stuff just to identify what I hear, because otherwise it would be kind of a mess. Because as I understand, as guitarists, we need to create some library, some dictionary of licks and riffs and stuff, and things we like them for a reason. And in order to identify that thing, we need to use certain term, certain vocabulary. And this vocabulary comes with the theory. For example, this thing, just giving an example. I think you can use this anywhere if you know which chord it was over. So if you know that, for example, if it's this chord, which is not, I know it, and there's a certain something played, it's really hard to explain. If it's something explained, something played over, you like this lick, you know which chord it was over. So in the future, if you hear something like this chord and you play Lydian over it, and you want to use that vocabulary, you have the chord. Imagine that this is one, which it actually is. You can just do. It's possible. Of course, you can do it with ear, but if you also had the theory, at least you have some vocabulary to explain it to another person or understand if that person knows theory really well and use that vocabulary to explain things to you. So yeah, that's just my ideas. I will do a couple more stuff and continue to play the solo, because it doesn't mean that I will play every single time after nailing it for once. For anyone wondering, it's a dynamic song, but I still added some compression, but maybe it should be a little bit smaller. Compression kills the dynamic if it's used a lot, but I still, like a stupid guy, added some compression. I'm not quite sure if it's gonna be beneficial or not, but I try to reduce the gain but still get the amount of clarity in the tone. And when there's very low amount of distortion and I try to play dynamically, I may lose a couple of notes, and I don't want to have that. So just for an experimentation, I did this, and I'm gonna save it anyways because the other tone was not so good anyways. So let's play around with this and we're gonna see it. And there's some comments. I don't have any theory. Okay, I read that. I think I'm limited with vocabulary imagination. Vocabulary has no imagination. Vocabulary is something that you learn from other players, high likely, because I don't think that you're gonna create a vocabulary from scratch. I have 26 songs, and in there I used so many licks, and I can split them and add to my vocabulary. When I was making those stuff, I improvised, and even though when I improvise I steal a lot of stuff unintentionally from Petrucci, from Holcomb, from Misha Mansour, from Jake Bowen, from Oli Steele, from Conor Kaminsky, and so on and on and on and on. I listened to so much music. I don't know, it's countable, whatever. And even that happens even I learn my own vocabulary, my own song's vocabulary. It doesn't mean that it's mine. And I think vocabulary is not up to the imagination. It's about how you dissect, how you analyze the riffs and leads. Because there are certain things in a metalcore, for example. You said you're a bluesy guy, but I don't have too much bluesy stuff going on, so I can only give some examples in metal, so just forgive me on this one. If you ever listen metalcore, you're gonna hear things like this many times, and some of the subdivisions change, but it's always something like this without the delay. And you cannot add something like this to your vocabulary. Of course you can. You just, listen for once and it's kind of simple, so you just learn it. But when it comes to the imagination like this, it's not always possible to, put it a label like imagination. If you ever listen some guy, you just name a person. Yeah, Gary Moore stuff or Slash. I mean, things like that would be really beneficial, but just focus on that. Just focus on that. When you learn Slash song, create very small licks from that solo and add it to your own taste. That's your vocabulary. Selam, Technical Death var mı? Our friend asks if I'm playing Technical Death, which I don't. I play gent, I play progressive metal, I don't play regular metal stuff, only subgenres mostly. Progressive metalcore, gent stuff, sometimes very small amount of fall, if you know what it is. And shit, in Turkish. Technical Death yok. Ya sadece progressive metal çalıyorum. But that's a good question. So, anyone just coming here recently, I'm Yasin. You can call me Yasin. I am playing progressive metal and sometimes very small amount of lo-fi music, just for my taste. And I'm a guitar channel. I have a guitar channel. I am giving guitar tips, how to do covers. I have a lot of covers. Shit ton of covers. Teşekkür ederim abone olduğun için. İsmini de yazarsan çok memnun olurum. Yoksa X-Files diyeceğim sana. In the channel, I am making a lot of guitar music. I really like Pliny, for example. He's a pro guy, but at the same time, he is not in the metal genre. So he's the, an example that I can give in a medium area, like a gray area. Because whenever I say I'm making... Selam Tolga, hoş geldin. Teşekkür ederim abone olduğun için. Whenever I say I'm making progressive metal, people, expect me to play something like... Ah, fuck, that was stupid. But it's not. There's so many prog stuff. Prog is a word that you can put everywhere. So English would be really nice. Because I'm keeping everything in English at the moment. So that would be really nice. Thank you. Can you give me your Instagram so we can talk about a featuring video cover? Yeah, we can do it. I have tons of stuff, so I cannot give you, like, oh, tomorrow I can just nail this cover. But at least this is the Instagram handle. I think, yeah, it's sent. You can check my covers and stuff there. Again, if it's something like a blues, it's not gonna be possible for me. It's not because I can not play it. I don't think it will be beneficial more for my channel. So I mostly do all kinds of metal stuff except a couple genres. I listen almost everything in the metal area, but 90% is related to progressive metalcore. So yeah, I was talking about the channel. I'm gonna cut it short because I have to continue with the solo. Otherwise, it's not gonna be a very general Q&A stream. I'm gonna go back to the solo tone I made. I'm making a lot of covers. I have 26 songs at the moment. 10 of them lo-fi. Sorry, 8 of them lo-fi. Rest is completely metal. And if you want to check that, please check my channel. There are a lot of links in there. And not in the description. I definitely should change that. because in the live streams I add very small descriptions. I will update it later, but if you click to my channel, or I can just give you a link to my Spotify profile here. Okay, I sent it. I'm also making a lot of covers for Pliny, Alter Bridge, Epica, Tremonti, and Periphery, the most important one for me at least. And I'm also sharing my neural DSP tones if you're using any digital gear. So subscribe. And if you're subscribed, thank you so much. You can binge my 150, 170-ish videos. There are a couple of stuff. What if I ask you have a 7-string? Of course I have a 7-string guitar. I'm a PRS artist, by the way. Something I always forgot to mention. And for Turkish friends, I'm the only Turkish PRS artist, so that could be interesting for you. This is my Holcomb 7-string, and I acquired this when it came out. This one is an amazing beast, and I always use it with my riffy stuff. I was in a couple of riff competitions, and I used this particular beast. I am also using the 6-string version. As you can see, this is the new one with the new pickups. And I also have a USA Custom 24 and a Strandberg Pliny. So I'm gonna put this one back because this is our current beast. Alter Bridge, it's nice. Miles Kennedy, yeah, Miles Kennedy is an amazing person. I wish I could play that wonderful PRS Telecaster. So that would be really, really nice. I will also play Miles Kennedy one day, but I got this. Forgot the name. I forgot the tool's name. Come on, the slide ring. Yeah, I got that slide ring to play some Miles Kennedy stuff in the future, though. In the future. Thank you so much. Combine metal things with more bluesy things. I don't know, man, but yeah, we can talk about it. I'm not quite sure. I would be down to the metal things, but other than that, I'm not quite sure. Just send a message to me. I'll check your work, and if anything happens, I can just tell it to you. But I have 6 or 7 covers in the future at the moment, and I have to finish that wonderful Periphery covers list. So I have 20 covers before I make any collaboration. I'm not quite sure if I will be down completely. So what I'm gonna do is I added a compression, even though I didn't want. So we're gonna play this thing a couple more times, and actually in 10 minutes I'm gonna leave. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna rest by making another stream. I have this PlayStation, and I am an Elden Ring fan. So at the moment, before the DLC comes, I try to play a little bit more, and I will also test this camera with the PlayStation. So it's gonna be YouTube stream anyways, so you're gonna get it. If you're subscribed, you're gonna get the notification. But yeah, let's see. I'm going to play a couple more times for you and myself, because it's a practice session. That is fucked up, but I'm gonna fix it. This area. If I play it like this, by the way, it's much easier to access, but this is not my regular thing like this. Yeah, it's not my regular thing. I do it with the Strandberg, but I don't do it normally. When I'm covering in front of a camera, this is my regular position, which you all know. And of course, the access is a little bit limited, but still. One more comment. Have you ever played Sekiro before? Yeah, I fucked it up. That's the kind answer, by the way. I failed miserably because I had no time to play it and I rushed it for a couple of hours and I stopped, but it's again in my list because Sekiro is the hardest game of all Souls stuff. The older stuff is actually they're hard because they don't have the mechanics. Sekiro has both the mechanics and hard, so I'm saving it for myself. In the future, I'm definitely play it. Shouldn't there be a hybrid picking? I checked the live stuff. I also have the tabs, by the way. When I played for myself, I could have added that, but no, it's fully legato. And yeah, again, it would be possible to add this here, but I don't think it would be. You probably talk about this area. This is how it's heard with the hybrid. But both is comfortable. Both are comfortable. Fuck. I think that would be okay if I play with hybrid. But I'm not playing too much hybrid stuff. Probably whenever I play Nick Johnston, I could add some hybrid stuff just for my own taste. But highly I won't add to this one. But of course, it was a really good, valuable feedback because I wasn't expecting to think about hybrid picking. I know Misha too well. I know Periphery too well. And I know 100% Misha won't use hybrid picking. I mean, if he was here, he would definitely know the yeah, I would never use. I know him too well. And it's not always the case where I copy everything in the tab or everything in the live. But for me, if I cannot play it because of my physical or maybe technical abilities or issues, my hand is too small and I can't reach that far, that would be a valuable explanation about why I'm using a different technique. But if it's not like that, I would try to give the exact same approach. I'm not a guy who tries to cover 100%. I think it is completely stupidity. It is really wrong. I mean, if there are certain fanatics for that, and I try to understand them, but their examples are normally something like Master Puppets, which is creating a huge difference in the tone. But in my case, if I'm gonna do a very small run like this, that's quite small. But if it's a riff and for the whole song, I would never do something like this, for example. I will never do something like this. Alternate has no idea. Sorry, alternate has no place here for me to play it. But if the riff requires a certain technique, I give it. Other than that, it's none of my business. Yep, hybrid picking is very useful. It's an amazing technique, by the way, especially on challenging walks. I'm glad I was helpful. You are, man. Thank you so much. Thanks so much, Olga. Yeah, by the way, there are a lot of stuff, especially arpeggios, are definitely cool with hybrid stuff. So that would be really something. And I would definitely suggest if you never ever listened Periphery before, just take a look. Just take a look on Periphery 3, because that's the best one. P3 is the best one. Then my personal opinion would be P4, and then P2 and Juggernaut, and P1 and P5. But they're all good. I mean, every single time, every single day I open, I listen to one of those songs or albums. So they're definitely a nice reference. By the way, just to give you an example, the bands I like and try to play, and even if I'm not uploading the videos of those things, I really listen. Periphery, Monuments, Tesseract, that's my top 3, and Alter Bridge, and Epica, and Tremonti, Arch Enemy. Bands like this, give me purpose. So an Era, Invent Animate, if you know any of those, those are great examples for my inspirations. And as guitar gods, I would say Steve Vai, Pliny, Joe Satriani, even though I'm not listening heavily. That would be something. If you know Rohan, I Built the Sky, that's nice. Jake Wholesome Life, definitely nice. Connor Kaminsky, nice lad. Kian, we all know him. I assume that you listen gent, so all the gent people know Kian. So yeah, Caligula's Horse, things like that. So I will continue. I think I gave enough explanation, and thank you so much for your comment. I will play a couple more. I think the motion is in there, but I also think that emotion is in there, but the tone is not in there. And it's actually not the amp's fault, it's my fault because I'm not giving enough push to the notes, especially with the legato part, because I play too smooth. If I play a little bit hard, that would be beneficial. But I think I will increase the compression and stop whining like a bitch. And I should also smooth attack is good, because if the compression is not happening like a snappy one, it would be much better for me. If it's snappy, I can do something like this. Oh, by the way, this is another reason, because I use the split and it's not giving enough. What is it? It's enough push. There is a comment. It is a place that will benefit a guitarist a lot from practicing. If possible, do you have a chance to share the backing track and tabs? Unfortunately, I cannot share the backing track. Sorry, the tabs, because tab is from Sheet Happens Publishing. So if you wanna buy it, yeah, just do it, because if I give it, that's a piracy, basically. For the backing track goes, I can share it after I make it, because at the moment I'm using the original track. I didn't do anything. I just downloaded the track and I'm playing over it. But I will show you one thing. If you're using Logic, you can do it. If you're not using Logic, there are a lot of websites where you can split the stems. I'm gonna show you how I do it normally. One thing. Well, see you, mate. Hope we can collaborate with a video. Okay, we can try, man. I'll check your stuff and we can talk afterward. Thank you and see ya. I was talking about the backing track thing. Normally, when I make it, I do it like this. Since I'm using Logic, I play it once. I'm gonna play it once for you. Yeah, as you can see, we have a solo, a couple of vocals, and not backing track, but the rhythm guitars and the other stuff. When you right click here to split, to processing. Yeah, we have stem splitter for Logic. If you're not using Logic, I think FL Studio has it at the moment, and you can definitely use one of those web services, like, I'm gonna show it to you in a second. Split stems song. I'm just gonna put this here. Yeah, this one. I forgot the name. La La La AI or Lalal AI. Yeah, something like this. This is working not so well. It's good. And fader is the second example. I never used this one. I have no idea. Vocal remover is just isolates the instruments or the vocal. And splitter is a good one. And that's all I know. As you can see, I clicked a couple of stuff here, but besides that, I'm not using. And if you have Logic, again, this is the last update. Stem splitter. You just click it, and it's gonna process. And you have a comment. It means I'm not blowing the whistle because I didn't pay the money. Yeah, that's normally how it goes. Sorry, man. What you can do, by the way, my last cover was Prisoner by Novelists, and that's actually how I normally learn tracks. We have a couple of videos from live. For this song, I watched Misha live 4 times in a YouTube, from very old stuff, 7-8 years old YouTube videos, that potato quality. I watched that and I learned all the fingerings down for this song. And if there's no tabs whatsoever, I try to learn from the video by slowing it down, like 0.5, 0.3. I download the video and slow as much as I need. And after I after I hear a note, like I know that this is the 7th fret, so I understand the tuning from that, and I continue. I mean, I tune it first according to the video, and after that I play it according to the video. I know this is the slow way. Sorry, I mean, this is how it's done. If there's a tab and it's accessible, you will access it. If it's not accessible, you're just gonna have to pass if you don't want to or can't acquire. Yeah. It is. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for showing. Yep. No worries. I will also, of course, play it for you, so you will understand the value if you're using Logic. And if you're not using Logic, you can use those web services and download all this stuff. There is also one. It is completely free because it is open source. Maybe I can also give the name to you because I was using that. I'm a software developer, and I also had graduation projects and a lot of lessons about AI. So I actually wanted to make it for myself, but it was requiring so much processing power, I just stopped doing it. So what I'm gonna put here is open source stem splitter. It's gonna give us the name immediately. Yeah, splitter. This is an important one, and this is also has an AI. That's important. We're gonna say splitter. Okay, you don't have to use the pro, by the way. It says it's much better, it's good, there's a professional support. You don't need it, but please check this one. You definitely need it. All you guys need it, because before I was not using any web service, anything with money or whatsoever. I was doing this one, splitter GUI. I'm gonna put this as a name. Is it splitter GUI? Really, that's the name. Wow, it's interesting. Yep. Okay. Okay. If it's not working for you, try older version. I mean, it's a message for you, not me. If you are using Windows and if you look for something free, I think I should make a video about it. Maybe a lot of people can watch it, right? Don't steal this idea. Steal this splitter, but don't steal my idea. You can just download this. The models are in it. Okay. All you need to do is upload the name, but you shouldn't have stupid characters in the name, by the way. Just put it in there. It's gonna give you the stems you need. It's not gonna be 100%, like state of the art, but it's gonna work like this one. Yeah, man. I mean, anytime. Definitely try it out. So I'm gonna shut up and play this for you. Okay. And I will show you the vocal because that's really, really cool.
Feel that's the life trace with it. Smile now, head so bad. It fades away in my stead.
And yeah, it's so cool. Fuck. Anyway, so sorry I cut in the moment. That's how you can do it. And I will. Oh shit! I don't have a Windows machine. I don't know how to give an example of a splitter. But anyway, maybe I can make a video somehow. So I'm gonna play for the last couple of times again. I want to talk about things like this. And I'm also giving a lot of tips regarding to how to mix a song, how to mix covers, how to create nice guitar covers for social media. And I already have a live stream about that. You can check, it's in the live tab. It's a little bit long, but worth it, because I give all the information about how to EQ the song itself to reduce the guitar so you can play over it. If you cannot create, or if you cannot split the guitar that well, like a very professional state of the art stem splitter, you can use my techniques to create space in the original song so that you can play over it. And you can use certain compression techniques that I already explained in the last video, last live stream. And it's not the last live stream, by the way, it's the second one, sorry. You can do a much better cover. I also explained how to record the video, what kind of environment you need to have, what kind of video editing that you need to do for certain stuff. Check my Instagram if you like the videos, check the live stream, and steal my ideas and steal my thunder if you can. So for the last couple of times, I mean, I'm already past 10 minutes and I really want to play some Elden Ring, but I will still try a couple of times. I have to play Elden Ring and I have to practice this legato stuff. So I have not so much time, but I really want to make this happen. So last 2 or 3 trials and we're gonna close together. Teşekkür ederim. It actually is, man. I mean, it shouldn't be there with the little finger. I'm not gonna lie, because if I do this, that's stupid. Because at least for me, because if I do this in this position, my index, my ring, and my little is totally occupied. And after that, I need to continue with the bend. So what I can do is, since my strong finger is index and maybe the middle finger, what I can do is do this and start the bend. But it doesn't give any information. Hello, NPS 1337. I'm not quite sure how can I pronounce that. But you can just give me your name. You don't have to, by the way. You can stay anonymous. But hello. I just don't know how to. Whatever. Just brain fog. I need another coffee. And we were about to close the stream, so I'm playing for the last couple of times. So if you want to check it out, you're welcome. The thing is, if I do it with the very small very small little finger, it's not possible. But what I should do is start with the little finger on the legato. And after that, use my index and middle to play 9 and 11. Then land my ring finger. So, as we probably all do, the ring finger is quite reliable for this kind of band. Will you join any of the guitarists coming to Turkey this summer? No. To give you some context, 2 years ago I moved to Germany. So at the moment I am living in Germany. It's my hobby stuff actually. I am not a guitar player. I'm a guitar player, of course, but I'm not doing this for living. That's what I'm trying to say. So I don't have any plans for something like this, definitely. But yeah, I come to Turkey regularly, once a year. So yeah. What I was trying to explain? Oh yeah. Just index and middle and land with the ring, because ring is reliable. So yeah, that's the reason we are doing this, right? Let's continue. I did something stupid and used my small finger again. I don't know why I'm keeping doing that, but yeah, it's something I need to learn probably in time. We have one comment. Teach me about intro of Reptile by Periphery. That would be good, but at the moment, since you are a new fella, I should explain. Right now, I'm in the middle of a solo competition that I did for myself, and I'm playing every single Periphery cover. As you can see, everything you see here is covered, everything you see here is not covered. So at the moment that this is the goal, I would really like to play the whole Reptile Periphery stuff. If you want to learn Reptile, however, I'm gonna give you a name, and I will also show you the channel. So this is a really nice person. I know him. It is Joao Medeiros. This person, I really like this guy. I love this guy. He is covering all the, all the bands that I like. Mesuga, Car Bomb, definitely Periphery, of course. We are talking about Periphery at the moment, and Spirit Box. So what you can do is check his videos, and in the videos there's this Reptile, and there is a tab with that. He's both playing. Yeah, it starts really good, by the way. I hope he's not gonna send me a copy strike. There is guitar tab and the solo tab. You can download those, and you can also check how he's playing, because you know, fingering is really important when it comes to things like that. I would suggest you to work on this, because I'll probably gonna cover Reptile as a full song, because I covered Reptile solo 2 times, and you can check that in the channel. And I also put the guitar tone, so if you have any issues with the guitar tone, you can also use mine with a little bit of tweak. I am not showing or playing the riff stuff because I'm essentially a lead guitarist, so that's, you know, what I call myself. I'm acting as a producer and a mix master engineer as well, so it's really hard to keep it up with all of this stuff. Of course, I'm also playing the riff and stuff with my own songs, but normally when I cover something for social media, like this challenge, I always cover solos, so that's the important point. But I love Joao, and you definitely need to check how he plays. It's gonna give you all the information. He's also a classical guitarist. I think he was a classical guitarist, and he graduated as one. So he also has this, you know, very nice technique, and he really checks his position. It's not like me. I'm a self-taught, so I didn't have a teacher until last month, so that's why. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up, and as promised, I said I'm gonna leave it at 30. Now it's 51, so I'm gonna play it for only a couple more times, and you can shame me all you want. You have 9 more minutes. Always. I'm gonna mute myself. The issue is in the run, so we have to take one more step in the end. Oh fuck. Solo ends here. Okay, so we're gonna slow it down and increase the volume a little bit. So let's go. I'm not doing attack tuning because we're not gonna play riffs, but who cares right now? I'm not even using the low string, so let's continue. Now we're gonna do it again, partially, only the last section with the full speed, and after that we're gonna try to combine and we're gonna end it all. Of course it's not gonna be the final, but from this point I memorized everything. I have full control over the articulation, but I don't have the clean speed, so it's gonna be something like an offline practice. It's not something worth a watch. And after that I'll just clean everything, put my cameras on it and do the recording. I'm not quite sure if I put a live stream for mixing the cover, because that's really important. I also mentioned it before. I have another live stream for that if you want to check it out. There's a thumbnail giving all the information. But if that's not the case, I will definitely make another stream. Yo, I had a question. Ask your question. Tune tag to all wait 3. I don't know what is that, but I assuming 2 is a number. 3 can be E, but I don't know what is 2. Whatever. Ask your question while I am trying to nail the partial full speed. So I'm gonna answer you afterwards. I swear, exact same section is much enjoyable with bridge pickup, but Misha doesn't do it. I think it's because it's not about the guitar, but it fits much better the song, and probably in a mix with the neck pickup. There was a question. I found a metal band, but I don't know the type. I'm confused about it. I think it's a combination of death and symphonic. But tell me what you think. I mean, um, maybe the most important thing, you can ask for some references, or if they have a song, they can just give it to you, because death and symphonic is, in my opinion, is quite different. There's something called melodic death metal, and it may include some symphonic stuff, but just death with the symphonic would be just death, in my opinion, because probably no one will take the symphonic part into account in a death metal band. This is my idea, and if they're doing their own songs, they can definitely give you some information. By the way, maybe I should also ask this question. You say I found a metal band, but I don't know the type. Does that mean that you're gonna be in the band, or it's something else? If it's a band that you found in Spotify, I probably there could be a genre label, but genre is nothing in my opinion, because I'm listening Sleep Token and they're using 5 genres in one song, and it's a little bit different. Okay, I so unknow, so probably it's you found them on YouTube. Oh shit, I have no idea. Maybe you can type the name. But what I'm thinking is Death with Symphony is death, and of course symphonic is there because they are providing some melodic value, and when there's something symphonic about in a metal, it creates a huge layer in the high end, and it's much easier to create a story and add some melodies inside with all kind of melodies, something that could support the guitar, melodic guitar or lead guitar. It can act as a lead guitar, or you can do a lot of stuff actually. But I would personally use symphonic stuff in a song as creating a layer for supporting the guitars. Plus, if I have a lead guitar, I could use a string section to support the lead guitar. That would be my idea. So we have more comments, and it's coming. The Prelude to Bravement by Shadow of Intent. Okay. It's weird because it's kind of epic sounding. Dude, Shadow of Intent is the tallest. Maybe not the tallest, but gentest. Actually, it's not gent. It's definitely in the death zone. Yeah, actually, we gotta check that out. I cannot open it because it's on YouTube, and we are on YouTube, so I will definitely check Shadow of Intent. I really don't know their main genres, but yeah, it says deathcore, so it's definitely death. Even though it's deathcore, again, you can add any type of symphonic stuff. I don't listen too much Shadow of Intent, so I really want to give maybe another band to give you. Maybe it can be in your radar. It's Make Them Suffer, and they're also using a lot of symphonic stuff, and to me it's not surprising because the bands I'm listening is fully progressive metalcore stuff, and they're 100% using a lot of other instruments. It can be symphonic instruments, it can be something from world, for example, a very small percussive instrument from Africa. They can even add that. And what you gonna call it? African deathcore? You're not, because producer just sits in there. They listen to the song. They say, yeah, we should put a violin in there. Band will say, let's do it. Let's hear it. If it's good, we're gonna keep it. And for example, if you talk about Epica, they're 100% symphonic metal band because everything, even with the composition, including symphony. But band like Shadow of Intent, band like Lorna Shore, band like Periphery, band like Invent Animate, they will use these elements just to create an extra layer in their production. It's not gonna be a part of their sound because they're mainly metalcore, deathcore, progressive metalcore bands, and these genty stuff will 100% include something symphony, something with synthesizers. I mean, Periphery has a synth, a single and a couple of synth works in their catalog, but they're a gent band. They're a progressive metalcore band. How can you identify a band? I mean, with 2010, maybe 2015, maybe 2020, I don't know. You set the date. You put the date in there. I don't care. After some point, the walls between genres are fully broken, and you can put whatever you want in there. So call it gent. Sorry, that's my thing. Call it deathcore and continue. Call it core. Core is good. I think that's good. I sent you the name of the first song from the instrumental album. When you hear the instrumental zone, it's a game changer. I would really want to open it, but since we are streaming on YouTube, I am quite afraid of the copyright strikes. That's why I couldn't play it. I'm not quite sure if I should do it, but I'm gonna search about it if I can play, songs or listen songs. For example, I was quite afraid to play and listen Graveless in this stream because I thought I would get a copyright strike, but I didn't. So I'm not quite sure about that. And I'm a very, very small channel, so I don't want to risk it too much. I'm sorry. Felipe, welcome, bro. I'm really, really glad to see you. By the way, check Felipe's channel because he's amazing. He's 100%, not just the guitar work, for everything. Just check him out and you will understand why I'm referring him. We have one more. Can you play Pornhub metal music? I don't even know if there's something like that. There's a band called Brazzers. If that's what you mean. I don't know any songs from them, but all I can do is for you. Or something like that. I hope that helps. If he can do this, it will be really perfect. Oh yeah, okay, it's about the Pornhub stuff. I mean, it's just drummed. So, what I can do for you, I swear I should go, but I really like challenges. So, actually, I'm gonna stop playing, and I'm gonna risk one thing just for this comment, okay? I'm not quite sure if I can answer any questions at this point, but we are going to use one of my templates for songwriting, and we're gonna do something interesting. Just for I'm gonna say BPM. It is, guys, 97 BPM. Oh no, Pornhub is a positive song. No, it's not. Okay, we are gonna do something stupid, quite stupid. I hope it's gonna work. But is this my template really? Guitar left, guitar right. Why they're quite small like this? Okay, it's just loading. Okay, it's just loading. Wait a couple seconds. That's stupid. I don't know what kind of tone I have in there. Ah, it's the lead tone. Why the hell I have this tone? What about Ben Ingested? Are they pure death? I don't know. I have no idea. This is the first time I heard about Ingested, to be honest. But just saying it for myself, but maybe it could help you as well. By the way, this is the wrong template. That's why we have this issue. New from template, whatever. One more thing about the genre stuff. I honestly don't care about genres. And the reason is, yeah, this is mine. And the reason is, again, after some point, genres are completely gone. You can say some certain band is death, and maybe they don't want to be identified as death. Maybe they want to change their sound. For example, Bring Me the Horizon. They changed a lot, right? They're still good. They changed a lot. That's a fact. So, I don't know why I'm doing this, but whatever. Let's add a couple of stuff here. Was it the right? Okay, we're gonna increase it like 148. I don't know why I'm doing this. Whoops. I'm gonna put no. No, it's wrong. What is the name of the program? The AW program you use? I am using Logic. This is Logic Pro. This is Apple's native DAW, and I'm using it because I had it when I bought the Mac. It's not the only reason, of course. Nolly from GGD, Nolly from X Periphery, he was using this, and I watched every single tutorial he made. So he was using Logic, so I thought it would be interesting if I also use Logic, since I have it. I'm an iOS developer. This is my main job. I'm a software developer. I'm making iOS apps. So this is actually the reason I have the Mac. Before that, I had a gaming PC, a fully Windows stuff, and I just stopped after that. No, that is wrong. I don't know why it's... Oh, maybe we should... I don't want to open, I don't want to listen to the original Pornhub stuff, so... It's supposed to be much faster. That's actually the issue. No, what? There's no triple kick. Maybe it's just because it's faster. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. I don't know why I'm doing this. I know why I'm doing this. It's just because of curiosity, because you guys challenged me if I can do it or not. If I put it here, it's supposed to be smaller, so what I'm gonna... Okay, I'll just for the sake of it, and I will definitely search it in incognito mode. This thing is quite interesting. I swear they don't understand me. Okay. Bass, snare, and hi-hat. Do you even play drums? Okay, we're gonna do it ourselves. Let's do it. Do we have a second snare? Without... Ah, you guys are gonna kill me. Okay. I'm gonna search for it. Okay. This is, by the way, this is YouTube. If you're asking. I just need to understand. Okay. That this is completely wrong, by the way. Okay, this is the rhythm. So kill everything here. Okay, we are slow. And we're gonna do it till 3. No. I'm quite interested. What am I doing? I'm just gonna throw something here. I think that's enough for you. This gotta be slower, so we're gonna do it like this. Are you happy now? Are you happy? And maybe we should also put this to the right. Okay. And I'm gonna also change these two as the left one. I mean, you gotta be happy because I did this. No. None of these. No, send it. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, the stack. Or maybe we can drop this here. Which note is this? F4. This is F3. So if you do this, okay, it messed up. It's completely messed up. But I give you the intro you need in metal. I don't know what to play over it, by the way. Wow, where's my guitar? Where's my guitar? Where's my guitar? By the way, I have a very important message right now, so I have to check it out. Okay, this is my cue to leave, but my curiosity. Okay. I don't know what am I doing. That's supposed to be okay. Yep. Okay. You have to forgive me because I have to leave. I'm not gonna save this project. I just did it for you. I just did it for the comment section. I just did it for... Who was the person asking for it? Damn, I lost the person. Arthur Wellesley, you trolled me and removed your comment. Quite a shame. I hope I don't get banned because of this. I'm not gonna save the project. I don't know why I opened this. It looks... Anyway. So, we played Graveless by Periphery and we did all the stupid stuff at the end. I don't know why I challenged myself like this. Well, anyway, I hope there was no copy strike just because I opened that video. I cannot handle it. So, thank you so much and have a wonderful evening.